Self Podcast, the show that gives ideas about self. I am Jamaica M. Yango, your host for today's podcast. In today's episode, we will discuss how I overcome challenges on myself and know what does society do to me that lose my confidence. We'll discuss the ins and outs of adjusting the self to fit in the society. Be sure to listen all the way through for the details to know what you need to do if you encounter the same situation as me. One sudden day, December 2003, a day that my life started to live. I lived a very smooth and happy living with the persons around me in a society. Happy playing with other people. I was once a well-confident girl that has lots of friends to play and communicate with. As years passed by, when the time comes that I started to have emotions and feelings in the world, many problems that the society gives. I struggle to fit in the society as I have many insecurities. It started when people says, "I bet you didn't eat in your house. Try to eat one whole pig so you'll be fat. You're so thin like a 6." People started to bully me and I feel depressed that time. I started to wear hoodie jackets even though it's too hot. I am afraid to communicate and be with others due to anxiety attacks and overthinking. If I were not wearing jackets, people will bully me. If I communicate and be with others, will they accept and welcome me in their circles? Many people confuse me. It is too hot. Why are you wearing jackets? Every time people ask me that questions, I always says, I'm not feeling well. Then, leave and go to a comfort room, facing the mirror and telling myself all will be alright, while having a tears in my eyes. Every night, I cry out myself, asking on myself, what's wrong with you? Why can't I be fat? I eat too much already. Why can't I be like others? How not enough of me? Those questions may come on my mind that may leads me to harming myself without even noticing that I already harm myself. The past few years, I wish for myself to be dead and question, why did I exist in this world? I am unable to know by myself how the society view me, unless I am explicitly told that my actions go with not a lot of awareness as to how society views me. People can think of me in some way, and I have a considerate amount of chance that I'd never be able to figure what is that way by my own. I don't really know either how I view myself beyond the fact that I exist and that that I'm alive. As you see, I'm a largely an ignorant, clueless woman trying to get along in the world that doesn't necessarily always see the logic and the fallacies I see within its patterns. I am unable to determine whether my place is good or bad in society. I mostly live within my own alone bubble, even when I'm in other people's company. I suppose that I'm sometimes portrayed by others who are unaware of my insecurities as a villain, but because I have no villainous intentions, I'm an anti-villain in these situations, making my place in these situations a hybrid of bad and good. The constant state of ignorance I am being put in by my lonely time frustrates me and makes me see the world as a very bizarre place to be in. Even though I am probably the bizarre one, not the world. This is because the majority is usually the normal ones, making me the minority, the abnormal one. Due to those people for making my insecurities a joke, they didn't even notice or know that they ruined my confidence by the bullying my life gets miserable and took my happiness and confidence away from the society. I had a hard time to fit with other people in the society due to those people that makes me think I'm a nobody person in this world. As years passes by, I met some friends that treat me like I belong. They are all confident in themselves and hear me being insecure to all other people. Every night, I prayed and faced at the mirror, trying to boost and cheering up myself. When the pandemic comes, I tried to eat lots, but nothing changes on my appearance. I feel so frustrated at time because I don't know what would I do to be fat. I am very disappointed about myself for being not enough. I became alcoholic due to frustration of being bullied about my appearance. I didn't even notice that my life is a whole mess. I always trying to be a better version of myself that other people can appreciate me because in this generation, the Gen Z era, where lots of people have their trends that some people can't fit and they are choosing who they bond with. When I entered youth organization at church, at first, I feel like I am nobody, but I tried to conquer my anxiety and focus and reach my goal to serve God with all my life. After how many days of being part of that organizations, it feels like I'm blessed and worthy. I met a lot of new people who's making me feel I'm enough, and a boy who always made me feel I'm loved and beautiful. That day, it gives me calm on happy days. I started to change my fashion that the society's trends despite of my insecurities. I entertain others and communicate them. I already know and interact others by being myself and showing my flaws and insecurities. The time comes that I know to value and love myself more, even though there are still people making fun jokes about my insecurities. From that day, I didn't get affected fastly, and I made their jokes as compliment. That day, I feel welcome in the society and fits the generation I'm in. That time made me realize not all people doesn't see your worth. Not all people recognize you as worthless because of your imperfections and flaws. There are still many people values you, sees you as normal and worthy person. There are still many people notice how good you are and welcome you in their circles without bullying you. To be fit in the society, you must be neglect all your negative thoughts and try to love yourself first, despite of how people sees you and bully you for having an imperfections. You must trust yourself and pray, because there are times that will come for you to seize your own worth. By adjusting yourself, it needs lots of time, courage, and trust on yourself and to Almighty Father. Facing the reality is hard, but having the confidence is a great price for all the hardness of the reality or in the society. We must not feel the pain that the society gives. We must feel our own worth for living and trying to seek people who can appreciate your existence in this world.